Dang, this looks super cool. All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to our first ever viewer games where we have 5 viewers from chat facing off with 5 other viewers from chat as they are attempting to play some Valorant here. Apparently, this is the draft screen here. On the left side in the blue, we have Elvin's team. On the right side, we have Other Sides and AdBullet's team. We have Jet, Breach, Sova, Killjoy, and Sage. Pretty good lockdown and control. I will say the left team is missing a little bit of smokes for split. There's certain angles that you really need to make sure that you lock down and that you hide away from your opponents so you can deny vision, because this game is all about imperfect vision and being able to manipulate your opponent, and that's kind of missing with the team on the left. However, their defense is phenomenal, so if they can walk away from defense round with at least a decent score point lead, they could probably muscle their way through. On the side on the right, we do have some deniability here with Viper potentially getting locked in, giving off the sidewall, and Smokes. Sova to provide information. Sky, who I actually don't know much about, so I'm excited to see her played. We have Epidus bringing their own Smokes as well, and then a Zivia rounding it out with a Sage. So lots of support being available here for our red team, and they will be starting off offensive. I really want to see if Nautix is able to bring in the blinds for the team to follow up on. That's what I'm watching out for. I'm not looking for perfect aim. I'm looking for the teamwork that you want to see in your ranked gameplay. It seems like Sage is a must. Sage is a must at lower level of gameplay. First off, number advantages are always huge when you're playing in a non-perfect setting, right? Because people are going to get picked off. Now, this is my first time actually observing, so let's see if I can figure it out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. Can I match that to the top? Ooh, nice. Actually, good controls. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Can I roll between them? It does not look like it. Okay, cool. So I'm going to be learning, observing on the fly, and these folks will be playing together. So let's go ahead and move over to the red team. I actually want to see defensive posture right now as they try to figure it out. Oh, I'm sorry, that's actually attackers. Let's go to defense. Oh, it's weird. I can't move my map around. Sage is set up on A with a Breach follow-up as well. Typically, you want to put like Sage or some kind of power control in the middle of the map. Middle is probably the most important spot in any map whatsoever. It's just so open and it really free flows into the rest of the map, so you want to try and control it, and I think Sage is a perfect candidate there. However, we're gonna go to the red team as they're starting up an aggressive play. You're gonna have Other Side leading in, throws down his poison right away. Let's go ahead and drop on top of him because I want to see how he goes in for the H. Ooh, gets picked off right away. AdBullet right behind him, needs to get that pistol set up. Now Sky goes in for a blind and a little bit of indecisiveness as they go ahead and rotate off, and this usually isn't a bad strategy. However, I would recommend on Phase 1 for you to commit until you find a pick that you can really pull off. Oh, hang on. This brawl is happening here in the middle. Disoriented. Nautix is. Oh gosh, Elvin pushing in, gets the blind off, gets the shotgun, and finds a kill right away. Ganyang coming up the rear to help out his team, but it might not be in time as Elvin is trying to make a play, steps up, goes for a shotgun, but finds the kill, and Elvin is going to be the MVP of round number 1 as he finds 3 kills to start off the match. So for round number 2, I'm actually curious about buys. Can I look at this stuff? Oh, I can see it all. Immediate buys into full shields and Spectres, the recommended way to play right now. The hipfire is a bit too good on the Spectre, and if you have the extra cash, you want to try and secure that 2-0 lead. Think about it this way. You have to win a total of 13 rounds in order to earn a victory in Valorant. First to 13 usually wins. Of course, there are tiebreakers and such. But if you win all the pistol rounds, that's 4 of your rounds already secured, which is a massive percentile. Let's go ahead and roll over to the other side here as we have a red push happening. You're going to have Viper leading the charge once again. Now, one of the ways that you can aid a push on B if you're trying to be aggressive, you can put up a Sage wall in that little corner. If I pull up the map here, right here is great for a Sage wall. It allows you to ignore the entire top platform of B rafters. You hug the wall, and then you can grab this back control, and then from there, fan out. So usually you either want to do that with a Viper or you want to do that with a Sage. Now, it does look like the red team is going to respawn in middle. Oh, they find a pick on Elvin, who, remember, got 3 kills last round. That's a huge pick. However, Viper gets stuck in a corner. Sky is unable to follow it up, and now the team is stuck in a choke. On offense, I would recommend never getting stuck in a choke. Look at the map here in the top left corner. Everyone is already starting to collapse around the area, which is going to put you in a weird position where you can't hold angles. Hold W. Make a decision after a kill. You want to be able to take space. When you find kills, move up towards your objective. Arrow comes out. Nautix is going to follow it up with a bird here. It looks like we're going to have Sage leading the charge. Zivia comes in. Oh! A little bit rough on there. Wall comes out. Remember, double tap that wall if you want to put it against the wall. It'd be so much easier for you to pull off. And that's going to be an immediate defense for the blue team, as we're going to have the rest of the team pick it up. CB Steel coming in with a total of 4 kills. Missed them all there as Killjoy locks down a point. So as a reminder, in these games, a lot of these players are a bit new. So they will be learning as we go throughout the matches. They've been kind of scrimming here and there at home as they have discovered the wonder that is Valorant. But you're going to see a lot of the skill disparity on offense. Offense, in my opinion, is probably the hardest thing to learn in Valorant once you're learning the game. It comes with understanding rotations, understanding the macro, and then, of course, understanding how to pre-fire, because pre-firing is such a big deal, which is where you want to try and pre-fire on corners where you think your opponent's going to be after you learn their patterns. Oop, look into the middle lane here. Jett is possibly setting up for a possible defense. We have Domino, who has been picking up a Zoomer gameplay, apparently, as he locks in Jett. Oh, tries to go for a kill, gets a body shot, but backs up. Nice play there. Walks into the poison, taking more damage than anticipated. At the same time, the rest of the red team is just trying to drop all their utility down the choke, but I do like it. They are moving in. Other side leads the charge, goes for a shot, finds one, maybe a second, gets a headshot, needs his teammates to follow up on it. Let's go ahead and switch over to them right away. And it looks like Nautic is able to find a kill on CB Steel, and we're in a 4v3 situation. Breach coming in from behind. Let's see if they can find the flank. Bought a Bulldog, but that weapon will really try and land a headshot. One pick is always a great trade. Same time, Ephitus is holding down the line. Ooh, he's gonna get a kill with the Molotov there, and now it's just Ephitus and 2 others in position to play against Jett. Let's go ahead and switch over to Jett and see if she's gonna be able to find this 1v3. Oh, steps up, just barely misses the angle. Oh my gosh, does he find the kill? No. Unfortunate for Domino. It's really hard to push in, but that was much better offense from the red team. You saw them find a kill in the middle of the map and then follow up their pushes and then set up the entire area in which they wanted to work, which essentially puts the offense in a weird position where they have to set up the defense and break it. It's a beautiful play there for them so far. Okay, looking over into our setup, it's a 2-1 in favor of the defending team, which you're usually going to see that for a while. Let's go ahead and see the positioning for our red team. It looks like they're setting up for a B push. When you get to this stage of the game, you're starting to get the power weapons. The assault rifles coming in, you're getting heavy shields. Gonna have to really take a lot of that skill to be available. So it's okay for you to spread out a little bit and do some lurking, and you see that actually with the other side. He's lurking on the right side, throwing down a wall. I call this a TrikSlyr special because I kind of do this a lot, where you throw down a wall and you make your opponents react to it. They have to look for that information because you're denying them knowledge because you could be anywhere in that area. But the blue team did not actually go for the bait. You see Breach setting up for defense here. On the other side, though, we see Sage stepping up. Ganyan goes for a kill, misses out on the shots, and then starts running. One thing that a lot of players can learn when they're running anything when it comes to assault rifles, hang on, CB Steel gets taken out, and now we're gonna have all of red team pushing in. Viper leading the charge, Poison goes into market, they should push into B. Ult comes out, I believe that was the team's own ultimate. You gotta vocalize that, because that ultimate does hit your teammates. However, Sage Wall does wall up on the map. Oh, gonna go for a push. Other side trying to find the fight, drops down a Poison. I think we're having a little bit too much of abilities being used right now, but hey, at least we're attempting something here. Domino actually has the angle if he steps up. This is actually a bad angle for the other side because Domino has all the control.
30 seconds left.
Oh, nice! Other side's able to find the kill. Bomb has been planted, and we are now in a 4-on-1 situation. Elvin does find one pick, has to clutch it for his team. It's going to be on 1v3, drops down the concussion. He's looking around for everyone here. He knows someone is nearby. Goes for a blind, which will allow for him to peek. Should check the bottom corner. He saw him just barely. Look out for those shoulder pads, man. They're big and girthy. We're playing World of Warcraft out here. Another Poison comes up from Mad Bullet, and I love what the red team is doing right now. Patience is on display. You hold your angles. You don't push your opponent, especially if you know there's a good player on the opposing side. Just secure the bomb. It's all about the victory. And the red team is going to tie it up. Looks like his Elvin's going to back up. Everyone pulls out. Azivia, hit 3, please. For the love of God, please hit 3. Pull out that knife. Oh my God, Azivia, pull out that knife. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, when you are escaping and you are behind 2 teammates, pull out your knife. Small little tip for you. That speed boost is going to do a lot for you. 2-2. Our teams are even, and this game has gotten exciting. Let's go ahead and check out the kills here real quick. Elvin went kind of carrying right now with a 6 and 2. CB right behind him with a 5v3. And Devil Spawn, Domino, and Ganyan on the bottom side bringing in their own skills. Whereas you look at the red team, and you can kind of see how objective play can dominate. Their kills are kind of fanned out, 3 and 2, 3 and 2, 3 and 4, 2 and 3, etc. But the idea is they're not forcing the kills. You don't have to outslay your opponent to win this game. That's what I fucking love about Valorant. Okay, here we go. Our first A push from the red team. Let's go ahead and step up. It seems like we need to stay on top of other side. He's leading the charge for his team. Does a nice little poison on the left that clears out that bottom side. You know your opponent will not be there. And if they are, they're going to take a massive amount of damage. So you can usually ding them in the chest for a kill. And he immediately runs to the back line, drops the ultimate, and now gets smoke everywhere. I want to see where the wall went up for Sage. Here, you just want to pick one angle. Whether it's screens, your flank, wall off one opportunity for your opponent so they have to use abilities, because then they make sound. Oh, a big drop down from Domino, though, as he comes in. CB still dropping down the ultimate as well. Trying to shut down their opponents, forcing Viper out of there. Viper holds her own right now, but now if you look over to it, Viper's gonna be detained, and here comes the push. Breach finds a kill, Elvin moving in, Gonyung as well. What a coordinated push, as all 5 are alive for the blue team, and they secure a victory as they are able to stop a damn near flawless push. Wow, what a great round for both our teams. But that's what I was kind of building into with the Sage Wall. Sage Wall on offense is all about stopping your opponents from one push. That way you can focus your attention and not spread out too much and holding different angles. So if that Sage Wall came up, perhaps on the flank, their entire team could be looking at screens, and then 2 people could be looking at that top choke, and then you can have an idea on how you want to handle your opponents when they funnel in. Things like that can go a long way. Okay, let's go ahead and look over to Devil Spawn here and see how he's been playing middle. I know he was asking how to play a Sova, so I'm going to try and get some tips in for him. First thing, I want his reticle to be up. I know that we have no combat and the round just started, but always have your reticle aimed at where your opponent's head could potentially be. If they do push up on the staircase, this is a good spot, but I want it to be at a spot where he can kind of rotate to the left and immediately pick anyone that's coming up on the keyboard. We do have a push coming in from B Garage. Sova leading the charge. Kills off the bots. Immediately looking over to CB Steel. He will have the first sight on his opponents if they do push into B. Ooh, hang on here. Devil Spawn and Sage are getting a little aggressive. Sky ult will go ahead and show them. If Sky ever ults you, take 2 steps to the left or to the right. Because your opponents, if they're paying attention to the Sky positioning, will be able to understand where you're at, and you want to be able to change up the angle. That way you have a better chance of surviving the onslaught. CB Steel steps up, finds a kill. Beautiful headshot there. Wow, nice job, CB. Looking over to other side as well as Ad Bullet. Let's get 2-on-2. In this situation, blue team should be just playing it slow, holding angles, jiggle peeking. All of the pressure is on red team. You do not have to look for these pushes. CB finds it and he pushes back, right? Nice play here, CB Steel. Puts down the bot too, gives him more information. I would have liked for it to be a little bit more backwards, so he wouldn't have to get cleaned up immediately. On that, you do 2 taps and go to the right, especially with the Vandal, to stay alive there. Okay, plant's about to occur. I don't think... Oh my god, plant the bomb other side! Oh my god, I didn't know he had the bomb. He was so tunneled on getting kills and setting up the defense that he loses the match. Smart play, though, by Elvin. As Elvin just played safe, listened for the sound effects. Your ears, I would argue, in this game, are more important than your eyes. And I know that sounds fucking crazy, but information in this game is so loud and so spontaneous and actually pretty well designed to where you can kind of get an idea of where your opponents are at, that if you play with sound in mind and kind of hold angles with your eyes, you can actually make a lot of great plays there. And that was Elvin kind of putting that on full display. He didn't hear the hot bomb going off, he heard his opponents pushing, so he held an angle to where he had the right of way and the ability to find picks. Okay, 4-2 right now in favor of defense. We'll see if the red team will find a way to be able to get another push into A. Immediate follow-up there. So this is kind of a situation where you need to trust your teammates. Ooh, nice. Hang on, this might work out. Come on, Ad Bullet, you get the ult. He finds one pick, and it's a Sage too. And he goes for a clear. I like that last shot there. I didn't know he was going to ult, but if he was going to ult, he should have told his teammate there, because they use 2 abilities to do the same thing effectively, right? We have the Tiger come out, which would have scouted out the area, and if you have someone followed up behind it, you can help out with the kills. Completely missed that there. Ooh, hang on, Jet coming for a flank. Domino feeling a little feisty. Takes off 2. Sky will provide the heal, but overall, when it's all said and done, red team is ahead, 3-2. And now Ad Bullet and crew step up. These splashes are not being heard, but they don't know that. However, if you are going to run through sewer, just go all the way to B, but flank all the way around and don't go through middle, because they can hear you if they're positioned up on top of ramp. Okay, other side, leading the charge once again. He gets
30
rid of the
seconds
bomb
left.
so he can blame his teammates instead. Smart play by you, other side. That's what I would do too. Notix comes in, drops down the bomb. And other side's gonna set up a flank on the backside. Toxins,
enemy
you want to
remaining.
save for post-plant, actually. If you want to put anything down for control, it would be your smoke or your wall. If you don't have them, save your toxins because they are actually great for post-plant as they put massive damage on your opponent and they actually can't even get half of the ult point if a poison hits them right when they connect with it. So be aware of that. Looks like CB's gonna back up and go ahead and save here as he has an operator. Not a bad play from them. The great thing about the operator is it basically secures one angle on defense. So if you can save an operator, you're essentially saving an angle for the next couple of rounds. Also your money too as they build up. Although other side's feeling a little feisty, chasing it down here. Will he find the kill? It's gonna be close. Bomb's about to explode. Nice. CB Steel looks over. Okay. All is well. All is well. All right then. 4-3. A very, very close match for our teams. I want to see where the operator's going. Who's got it? Who picked it up? Elvin still... Oh, they gave it to Elvin. Interesting. All right, so Elvin's going to run the op mid. We'll keep an eye on him. Operator is usually in a position where you have seen repetitive pushes. So, for instance, if your opponents have gone down A for 4 times in a row, put your operator there. Defend it. You can usually get 1 kill, and if you put it on someone like a Jet or a Reyna, usually you get that kill and you can get out of there scot-free. All right, middle is complete watch right now. Oh, nice smoke there from the red team. Nullifying the operator. Good guess. Okay, switching over to other side, who's continuing to lead the push for his team. Typically, I wouldn't recommend Viper being the lead, but I also know that not everyone is fully comfortable with the idea of pushing in. For this composition, I would probably recommend... oh gosh, yeah, they don't really have... They don't have a duelist that can rush in. Like, Raze is really good. Reyna is a pretty good, like, follow-up. Phoenix is a great pusher. I guess in this composition, Viper and Brimstone would probably be my first choice, with Sova leading behind.
Toxin screen down.
Nice hold here on the middle. Big flank as they over-rotate. Look at this. They got A for free. Are they going to hold it? So at this point... Oh, hang on. Other side's going for a kill. He finds 1. Good for him. And now this should be the push for the entire team. Yes, they push in, and they'll control down A. Let's go over to Zivia. I want to see where Zivia's going to put her wall at.
30 seconds left.
Okay, plant done. Resurrect is available, however... Ooh. Okay, so that wall's not awful, especially with 4 being up, but that wall should only be a wall if you feel contained and you're on a 2-on-1. What you want to do is force tight angles if you're at a number disadvantage. Hang on, let's go ahead and look. Another fight's about to happen over here. Nice. Good flick. Looking over to Domino. Hold your angles, red team. That's all you gotta do here to tie it up. Hang on. Things are getting a little spicy. Add bullet lurks in. Nice. Pick happens. Looking over to Domino. He's moving in. Finds 1. Can he find a second? Gets 2. Can he get a third? Moves in, but he reloaded his gun and didn't realize it. Red team is able to find most of the kills, though, and it's going to be a tie game. 4-4. Whew. Let's look at the economies here. Wow. Red team killing it in the economy. Domino doing all right here with the economy, but it's going to need his team to pick it up here. They need to have a win. If you're the blue team right now, if you look at your economy, you're like, okay, we need a win or we're going to start falling behind. Have to do some save rounds, which gives a chance for the red team to actually go ahead. All right. Let's look at our boy Ad Bullet as he's going to start the engage.
Scanning ahead.
Good arrow. Looks in the mailroom. Doesn't find anybody, but with that knowledge, you should be able to push out and check out middle. Needs to follow that dog. See, the dog, the great thing about the dog from Sky is that if it comes out, 1, it's giving you information if your opponent or if your teammate has comms. And then 2, usually people are going to move their reticle to shoot it, which should give you a free headshot if they are looking at the same angle as you are. So follow that up. Be right behind if you can. And then if you notice that your opponent's starting to pre-fire behind it after it goes around an angle, you can adjust your gameplay. But get into a good habit of following up Sky's stuff, because Sky is such a great team player. Oh, this is really close. He sees his foot. Nice. Good damage there. Good damage there. Zivia walls off middle, which means he might want to push into B. Here comes the arrow to scout. Devil spawn by himself and market 1v3, and he gets picked off. So that was an angle advantage. the wall that was being hugged by Devil Spawn did not give him the information. He didn't see his opponent. Adbull actually saw him before because he was further away, which meant he had a slight advantage, was able to pre-fire on top of his arms.
Left.
Angles are huge in this game. Always consider that when you're pushing or defending. Ganyang holding, but he's gonna get taken out. Oh, he finds a kill. He fights two. Oh my god, the lucky flick from Ganyang. It's gonna be a 2-on-1 as Domino plays defense here. Can he handle the pressure against Adbull and them? They decide to push into B. They're being loud as fuck about it though. Kids these days. This should be a peak for Domino as he comes in to stop it. One, and all he has to do is play smart. He doesn't have to be killed. Oh, Potato Wars! He's gotta live! He's just gotta live! And he lives, able to secure the victory for his team. Domino playing clutch, and he is the king of potatoes. I love you, Domino. I'm not flaming you, I promise. All right, close game for us. 5-4. Blue team ahead by 1. Let's check out heroics. How are we doing right now? Domino has ult, Elvin has ult, Ganyang has ult. So Ganyang here should probably play in a position where he walls off an important push, whether it be A, B, middle. Just pick one of those 3 main choke points, and then you play defensive AF. You want to be in a position where you can back up your teammates and then provide a res. Other side dropping down the poison once again, looking to play some flanks here. I'm keeping an eye on the red team. It seems like everyone's kind of holding default at the moment. If I'm looking over at 6, like a Zivia right now, should be watching mid, and he is. Nice job. Couple of good shots. Actually, a great push there from other side. It pulls everyone over for rotation. You see that in the map. Everyone over-rotated. And this is something you can learn. Once you start figuring out the patterns of your opponents, you can make them over-rotate. And that means you have a free takeout. They move into sight. Whole bunch of smokes go down. Adbull is checking every corner if he can. Whenever you go through smokes, just go fast. Because if you go slow, they can actually see you first before you see them. They can see your gun poke out. So, like, get to the edge and then take 2 big fast steps before you check out a corner and just pre-aim. Oh man, this is nerve-wracking. Elvin steps up, finds 1 pick. Oh, he's reloading! Ozzy pushes! He sees him there. Oh my god, the flick around on the other side! It's Elvin versus the world right now. He's got blinds. He's got 1 pick. He finds another, and Elvin pops off, finds a total of 13 kills, and will get the defense, and he finds a benchmark of what you want to be at defense. You want to try to at least get to 6. 6 is like the equalizers for both teams, right? What does over-rotate mean? Over-rotate means that you commit to one portion of the map. You can look at maps as like jigsaw pieces or sections of squares, right? If you think your opponents are pushing over to A and they fake to push, as in they put some damage there, you call it out, and then 4 people rotate over, that leaves your middle and your B side completely open. So in a sense, you have over-rotated because they did not commit to that. I find rotating has become synonymous with moving. That works as well too. But rotating is like rotating your defenses. It's like, gosh, if you were playing football, right, and you put 3 defenders on top of an important wide receiver, you would be over-defending that player because you either think they're a threat or some other faction, but that leaves other players open. So you always got to think about who has defense. So usually the lurker person, if over-rotate happens, oh, hang on, there's a fight happening. Smoke comes out, ult comes out from Adbull once again. He's finding a pick, and we have a Sky pushing right on in here. Let's go ahead and jump over. Oh, she gets picked off. But Adbull turns around, finds a pick as well. Sage gets killed off. It's a 3-on-2. Let's go over to Domino as he's in defense, and he's been popping off so far. Has his ultimate ability, but might not feel comfortable with it. I know when it comes to Jetman, I feel like such a boomer that I just rather use my guns. Another pick occurs here, and we actually have other side hold an A ramp with the help of his Brimstone. Oh, we got off the screen. We didn't see that. No one saw that. Okay, back to Domino, who's not throwing his poisons in weird locations that are poisoning his teammates. Ooh, Killjoy commits the ultimate ability here, which, see, look at this. You see how they're all defended up on A? They are in a perfect position to defend A, but that allows for other side who's playing intelligently to pull out his knife and run all the way to B. Look at that. And so he's going to be able to get the plant. So in this case, that would be an over-rotate. Now, to be fair, they had the information and the knowledge. The problem is nobody was watching the flank or watching where they could have gone. Oh, hang on. He has to get this kill. Okay, he finds the kill. It's a 1-on-1. Domino versus other side. He repositions. Oh my god! I cannot believe he got away with that. Clutch.
Last round in the half.
Gets the pick. But I can't believe that. I almost had a heart attack. Have you guys ever reloaded in the middle of a hallway with no cover? It's like those dreams when you're dreaming at night and you feel naked when you walk into whatever establishment, whether it be work, your boyfriend or girlfriend's house, or, you know, just anywhere where you're not supposed to be naked, you know, like a children's assembly, things like that. That's the feeling that I get in my heart when I see people reloaded in the middle of a hallway, and it makes my heart just double beat. My golly. But it is a really hard mechanic because you play so many other shooters and reloading is huge because you have to spam so much of your abilities. But remember, one bullet on most guns in this game, if they hit the head, they'll get the kill. So as long as you have 1 to 2 bullets, you're usually pretty good. Nice. Did that damage actually chip? It did not hit double spawn. Okay, switching over to the red team who's pushing up the middle. They would love to get this and tie it up the round because next round we are switching sides. Great killjoy bot there. CB Steel in a position where he has to hold this top side. This angle is okay if you want to mix it up, but he has no defense, so he has to be careful. Do a couple shots and back up. And he's done that perfectly, actually. Fire! Oh my god, the reactions. Oh, man. Couple trades happening right in front of CB as he's trying to watch the bottom angle. A few will fall, switching over to Elvin, who so far has been leading this team so far with 14 kills. He knows the other side's been flanking every time. Other side does the same strategy where he pushes in B and comes around the back. Oh, but he turns the last second. He might get picked. I can't believe he survived that. Holy shit balls. Also, in this position, if you have ulted and such, or you have not ulted and such, this would be a good time to make sure you finish your ultimates. Luckily, with Breach, you can kind of wait until you hear the bomb being planted, and then you can just kind of ult that entire area because it will knock them up.
Right there.
Okay, let's go ahead and switch over to Advil on the other side. They're looking to challenge here as they go up for the bomb. Here's the ultimate Melvin trying to buy time. There's going to be a pick. Viper all by herself. Other side looking for a pick. Can't quite fit it. He's disoriented there, and that is going to be a 7-5 in favor of the defenders.
Switching sides.
Trik, you've never been naked at your girlfriend's house? Listen. Sometimes you don't want to be naked in certain spots. You know what I'm saying? Timeout active. And what is this? Okay, so we are switching it up. Red team is up by 2 points. 1 point technically where they want to be when it comes to this round. Typically, if you're playing defense, you're trying to go for at least a 7 or 8 victory, so you don't have to be so aggressive on offense, especially when you're a bit of a newer team. And let's see how it's going to pay off. There is a 4-1 currently happening right now, which again, I don't really recommend this strategy in the first start. I feel like in the pistol rounds, in the first round by itself, you pick a lane and you go. You try to frag, you try to hit them hard, and you hit them fast, right? Who's actually hit? Oh, darn. A little bit slow on the hits there. If you're going to do that E, start pushing forward, because remember, pistols have fall-off damage, right? You want to try and get within 100 meters so you can do full damage. 4-on-4. Red team is bruised and battered, but they're still holding. Let's go ahead and look at these angles here as we switch over. Elvin on the front line, holding where he can. Oh! The straight push into a pop. Here goes a blind coming in from Elvin. He's gonna do another one. Is he gonna push that? Interesting. Decided not to whatsoever. Oh my god, Epidus is in there. Epidus got behind him. 1-on-1 here. Elvin's gonna go ahead and rotate over to B. And now we need to keep an eye on Nautix. So this is a situation where it looks like Nautix is unsure where his opponent is at. So you need to not make any steps whatsoever, and then you need to gamble on where you think your opponent's gonna go. You wanna try and win them with 50-50. And what he did is he popped out his knife and ran over to B, and Elvin took that knowledge and went straight over to A. Now this is a situation where you can realize someone is doing these type of plays and try to fake a run and then come back and catch them off. But here, Nautix just gets completely outplayed by Elvin. Smart play by him. And here we go. I would get away from the bomb. When you're in a 1-on-1 situation, you want to surprise your opponent because they're going to check every angle, probably go slow. You might hear a footstep or two, but like changing the angle up on your opponent and making sure you are in a position that is unpredictable is the biggest play. Get high ground, get an angle that is unorthodox. Like that just revealed where he's at. Okay, Nautix, can you find the kill? You gotta make the play.
Why did I sign up for this shit?
Oh, he gets it! Is that enough time? Oh, it's gonna be close. Oh, it's gonna be close. Oh, it's gonna be close! 1.29. Whew! Good try. But Elvin is able to secure the win, 8-5. Ooh, a stinger. I'm kind of middle of the road on the stinger. In fact, if you're watching this video, what do you guys think about the stinger? I feel like it's either super strong if you want to run and hip fire, right? Like sometimes I'll pick it up with like a heavy shield on turn 2, but I'd rather have the stinger, or not the stinger, the Spectre. The stinger just, it does so much damage so fast, but also runs out of clips so quickly. Good wall there in the middle. A safer wall is to actually come up here on top of a B tower and then drop the wall there. It's safer and it lines up better. Okay. Red team reveals where they're at, which is going to be the middle of the map here as they push in. Sage is in the front. Gets a judge. Ganyang finds a pick. Viper is in position to hold defense. Other side. Okay, so he reveals where he's at. Typically, and this is my recommendation. Oh, wait, is Ganyang going to be able to find this? If you ever have your site pushed and you decide to go ahead and take like a garage or a back flank, like it showers on a different map or anything like that, wait for your team to push in and then wait for your team to distract, because the bigger angles are usually going to be watched and then you come in for the flank afterwards. Zivia finds the kill on CB Steel. Totally missed that here. We're about to have another fight here as Devil Spawn's looking up. Ooh, this is actually so hard to observe. Oh, ball comes out and now it's just Viper by themselves. It's been walled off. They know it's there, right? They've all communicated it. Why is everyone should be looking there? Don't take that fight. Pull out your knife and skedaddle. Okay, red team finds another score and they're gonna go up 9-5. Poor Ganyang got picked too. Gotta pull out that knife. Okay. Blue team has to kick it into gear right now. I would recommend, let me check out their economy right now. I would put Viper in the middle of the map. I like Viper in the middle of the map right now. One, because I play Viper and I'm just biased as hell, so this is probably bad information, so ignore me. But I put Viper in the middle of the map. One, because if I have to control middle, I have my smoke bomb if needed. And then two, I can also react to where we get calls from with my Viper wall. Because once you put the wall down, it's committed. So right now, B in middle is walked off, but if my opponents see that, they can decide to go to A and they don't have to deal with my poisons at all. And the poisons are so instrumental for defense. Beep boop, beep boop. Okay, so other side looking like he wants to challenge this here.
Poison's off.
He's got poison. Takes it down. Waits the angle here. Screen goes down. He knows someone's on the out point, but you don't want him to run into that. It's a firing squad. Definitely trying to bait it. Killjoy. Nice. There's a pick. Elvin's able to find the pick off afterwards, but this gives time for the rest of blue team to rotate over. We'll go straight over to Brimstone. Smokes offensively. I actually really don't like defensive smokes. I think they're better for taking a site back. So be careful with those. Oh, wall comes out. Oh, ad bullet. A little bit too much on the spray and pray there with the Vandal. Remember, 2 taps and move. 2 taps and move on that one. Epidus is trying to find an angle where he can help out his team. He's above you, bud. Oh my god, he finds the pick. What a gamer. Elvin tapping. At the same time, look over here. We got Sage coming in from flank as Zivia. The two hoping to work together. So he needs to start looking on the right side because you want to clear that angle before you move in. You gotta clear angles. He's all by himself. He gets shot in the back. You gotta clear those angles. And Epidus doesn't know he's behind him. There was no comms. And that's going to be a pick. As red team is able to get defense. So I would say for blue team, when it comes to offense, get better at moving faster. Oh, I'm sorry, for defense. Get better at holding down your angles, doing a couple of taps, and then retreating back to another angle. You need a 2 to 3 layer plan when you're playing defense. Because remember, in a typical setup, if offense is running at you, they're going to have a number advantage, right? So what you need to do is not rely on God tier aim or them missing. Rely on the idea of catching them 1 or 2 as they funnel in. Take the angles, do a couple of shots. Even if you get damage on them, that's a victory. As long as you stay alive, you are slowing them down. Nice, good shots, good pressure. Elvin comes in, finds another pick. We're gonna go over here to Epidus. Goes for a flick, finds 1 pick, nice. And now it's going to be other side, and ad bullet sent up for the defense. These are the 2 strongest players here. for the blue
One
team. Can
enemy
they do it?
remaining.
Oh, so finds a
Spike
pig.
down
Adbolt
mid.
goes for another.
Last player standing.
And now it's a 1v1. Looking over to Killjoy. CB Steel has 86 HP. Looking over to Viper. Viper currently at 95. I like the play here from CB. He knows where Viper's at. Go plant it. If you're in a 1v1, plant it out in the open. If you know your opponent's over at B, plant it in the open. That way you can take any angle you want for defense. Putting it behind that wall limits the amount of defense you have available to you. Okay, let's go look at the other side, see how he plays this. I like the speed here. At this point, you just need to get over here. Throws out the poisons.
Poison orb emitting.
Wants to create some angles for himself. Make some noise and then try to change up your movement. CB Steel has the angle. Watch! Ooh! But other side with the aim labs, able to get the clutch for his team and keeps them in the game. 10-6 will be the score. If smoke's making so that defenders see the person coming out of the smoke first, wouldn't the defensive smoke stop be good? If you put it into an angle where you can win it, right? That defensive smoke that I was criticizing was right here, and that still gives about 2 feet where your opponent can see you, or where your opponent can get out and still have all the angles to clear. If you want to do a smoke of defense, it needs to be right on the line to where the... Oh, God, what's the word I'm looking for? The edge of the smoke is right there. So when they do come out, you do have, of course, defender's advantage. But I would rather do it to where you cut off the angles and you can rush them and get on top of the site. Adbolt opens up with another ultimate right away. This ultimate, I will tell you, you will have way more success with if you hold it for post plants, by the way. I know he's playing on defense right now, but ooh, nice shots there. Adbolt is like the guy in chat that runs the Bulldog. It's one of those weapons that I absolutely hate, but when it's good, it's good. Let's go ahead and switch over to red team as they're setting up for a push. Adbolt is playing defense here,
Spike planted.
holding down the screens. I don't think his opponents know it. You can hold this left corner here because they have to take over screens, right? Oof, immediately cleaned up. Same time, Sage holding, Killjoy holding the long angle as well. We have all of blue team kind of stuck in this corner. Nice wall off on the flanks. Ganyang playing it smart here. So like, Epidus has to make sound if he wants to break through that wall. So that wall is effectively watched, which means you can look over to Sage and she's changed her positioning. Looking over to CB Steel, holding down the ramp, looking to flank it, moves in, gets the shots, good cleanup, and now it's just one against many as Epidus is unable to find the kill, and red team is gonna go up 11-6. So we just need 2 more scores for the red team. Blue team needs to dig in deep. Let me look at their economy right now. Oh man, their economy is just in shambles. So when you're in shambles here, you have a couple of things you can do. You can either pick up a lot of defensive weapons and wait for lurkers to come in and flank if you see your opponent's doing that a lot, or you can run and gun. So you can pick up a couple of specters, pick up a couple of shields, and say, all right, some of us are gonna die, but let's get on the site. Sometimes you get mowed over, but sometimes you can get lucky, find a couple of picks, and trade out a gun. And I think the latter might be the option for them. They step up, immediately see the dog. You gotta shoot that dog down if you can. Ganyang leading the charge for his team with that shotgun, but he gets walled in, so he's actually stuck in the choke. At the same time, Adbolt's coming up to help his team. It's between these two right now, Epidus and Adbolt, that are holding down the front line. I like the positioning here being watched by Notix. He's watching for the flank. Very smart. A lot of people might look at that and go, what the fuck are you looking at, Notix? He's watching out for a flank. Right now, A isn't covered. So someone could be coming from behind. Okay, ults come out. No major kills occur. Red team is down a member. Smoke's about to fall off. Elven Wind is setting up a potential push here into A. And blue team is nowhere to be seen. Okay, the rotation will begin. And this is where Brimstone smokes can be great. Like smoke off screen, smoke off the back of their side, smoke off angles that are in the middle, and go from there. Ooh, Domino finds a pick off. Let's go ahead and look at him as he's trying to find another one. Moves in, finds a pick. 2 down. Hold goes off for red team. They're hoping to get the victory here. Looking over to Adbolt, he has actually been detained. That is going to be the ult for Killjoy. Oh, the flick comes in, and now it's just other side versus the world once again at 1v1. Will he just commit? He goes for the bait. Elvin stepping up. Elvin trying to make the play. Ah, he gets blind out, and that is going to be another win for Elvin. As red team goes up 12-6, one more, and they score the dub. Yeah, Breach can be really, really hard to face off against with all the blinds and whatnot. One thing you can do is you can kind of do a quick turnaround. If it's not right above you, it won't blind you out, but it's a quick 180 and back to another 180. Honestly, it's really, really rough. Typically, when I'm in a 1v1 situation, there's a lot of chaos going in, I'll just go for the full stick. Just completely commit to it, right? Because most people know the bait's going to happen, and if they're able to bait you and they're blinding you, at least you're 70 to 80% complete on the bomb, and you have a chance to sneak it away from them. But that requires big balls, and mine are inflated due to an injury when I was a kid, but let's not talk about that. Sage already setting up a B flank here. As we look over to Breach is actually holding the defense. Kind of a weird positioning here. Typically you want like Sage here or Viper. Oh, don't look at that smoke. Oh my god. He was like, ooh, shiny. Hold the angle. Hold the angle. Use what vision you can. Oh, let's get disoriented here. Let's go ahead and look over to Domino, who's been leading the charge for this team so far. Poison comes out. I like this commitment to the ultimate here from other side. He's going for a peek. Typically on peaks, you want to do angles where you don't have a wide swing available to you, right? One person left for the blue team. And now we're going to go ahead and look over to Adbullet, as he's the only one that could potentially win this game for his team. He steps up, playing around the wall, finds a potential kill, finds one pick. And a second. Needs to reload. Finds his opponent. Ah! Pushes a little bit too early. Could have found that kill, but regardless, red team goes up 13-6. And that is going to do it for our first community game ever.